Welcome all to VTU online program. I, Dr. Chirant KM, Assistant Professor, Department of Management Studies, VTU CPGS Mysuru, would like to welcome you all to this session. I would be handling management and organization behavior. The first module of management and organization behavior consists of various topics like introduction to management, meaning and definitions, characteristics of management, importance of management, levels of management, types of management, various types of managers, managerial roles, managerial skills, administration and management, and also evolution of management thoughts. Now, let us start with the session. The first, so as I said, the subject name is management and organization behavior. Management. Let us have an introduction to management. What is this management? Management, the name itself says, manage to succeed in doing or dealing with something difficult. In today's era, management has become a very vital importance. Today, there is no area without management. Management is not a subject which has started today. Management has its existence from very long time ago. The existence of management started when people started living in groups. So, I mean to say, whenever I say people are living in groups, I am speaking about 3000, 4000 years ago, when people started living in groups, there they found the management of resources was difficult. So, in order to manage the resources, they found the best way is management. After 1700s, when Industrial Revolution took place, the way the people were living gradually changed. Till then, human beings were depending on cultivation, agriculture, fishery, where there were no much movement from one place to another place. After Industrial Revolution, there comes a concept called factory, where there was more movement of men, material, machines from one place to a place called factory. When people, material and machines started moving from one place to another place, or a place called factory, then the people of various culture, various tradition, various languages started coming together, and there found the importance of management to handle men and materials in a better manner. As a discipline, management is very, very young. It actually started from 1900s. Till then, management was not studied as a discipline. But after 1900s, people started understanding the relevance of management, and various studies have been started taking place after 1900s. So, management, it is the need whenever people work together in an organization. What is management is nothing but what manager do. Many a times there are situations where the situations are so demanding, you need to make decisions on spot. So how are you going to make that decision scientifically with the literatures available and also on the experience which you have is very important. So management is what managers do. The meaning of management. Management is the process of planning, organizing, coordinating the resources and activities of business organization to achieve a specific goal in the most effective and efficient manner possible. So management is a process of planning, organizing, coordinating the resources. Resources are available. Even though resources are available in limited, in management what we need to do is how optimally are you going to utilize these resources is more important. And not just optimally, how effectively and efficiently are you going to utilize the resources. What is this effective and efficient? Effective is getting the result what is expected. Efficient is not only getting the result, you also get the result at the same time with minimum usage or no wastage of time, material, things like this. So that is called efficiently. So you need to manage in such a way that you should be more effective and also be more efficient. It consists of functions such as planning, organizing, staffing, directing and controlling. These are the basic functions of management. Planning. What is this planning? Planning is deciding in advance what to do, when to do, where to do, how to do and who should do it. It is a blueprint of what you are going to achieve at the end of that particular task. So you are going to very clearly prepare a blueprint of how the activity should take place and what is the result you should be getting out of that activity. That we call that as planning. Organizing. Organizing is a structuring of various activities in a sequential order in order to achieve what was planned. There will be various activities which need to be conducted. So those activities, if you are sequencing it in a proper order to achieve what you planned, we call that as organizing. Staffing. Placing the right men in the right place to do the job right. You need to identify who is good at what, which among your employee, who among your employee is good at what skills. You need to place them accordingly so that you get the job done effectively. That we call that as staffing. Directing. It's not enough if you just plan, organize and staff. We as managers, we always work with people. So it is very important to show them the direction, how and where you need to reach by doing the work in a proper channel. So directing is very important because that is where you are going to actually merge up the objective of an individual with the objective of an organization and to reach a situation of win-win. Controlling. This is the last function of management, but a very important function. What we basically do in controlling is, we actually are going to measure the actual performance with the standard performance. What is that standard performance? Standard performance is what you planned initially. Actual performance is what you have achieved after doing various kind of activities. Now you are going to compare the actual performance, the output, with the planned one. Then you are going to check, is there any deviation? If there are any deviations, you are going to correct it. So the very important function of management, as I said, controlling is also a very important function, because that is what is going to check whether there are any deviations or not. Let's move on to definitions of management. Management is the art of getting things done through people efficiently and effectively. We work in group. An organization is working with group of people. So you cannot, as an individual, you cannot do everything, every job by your own. So how are you going to manage people, and how are you going to handle people so that the expected work is done through others, is management. It is art of application of skills to achieve desired results. According to Harold Kuhns, management is art of getting things done through and with formal organized groups. So there are other two definitions which are mentioned here also, that is Peter F. Drucker defined management as a multi-purpose organ that manages a business and manages managers and manages workers and works. Management, according to J. Handy, management is what management does. It is the task of planning, executing and control. Now let's move on to characteristics of management. The first and foremost characteristic of management is a group activity. As I said you, organization cannot be run by an individual. It should be run by group of people. So whenever it is run by the group of people, it is the first and foremost thing what it is you need to handle the group of people. So it is a group activity. The second is management is goal oriented. Management is not that you just simply do it just that way. Management is having specific goals. There should be specific goals which are meant to be achieved. In order to achieve those specific goals, you are going to do an activity called management. So group efforts which people start working in groups are directed towards achievement of some predetermined goals. Next, it is a social process. Management is taken as a social process. It has social responsibility to make reasonable use of scarce resources, keeping in view the benefit of the community as a whole. As a business, the very basic motto of any business might be to earn profit. As an organization, you always want to earn profit, you want to grow. But at the same time, you are going to solve the actual problems of the society. You are going to obtain or give a product which will benefit the society as a whole. So the intention of management is not just profit, it is also a social process. It is universal in nature or character. Management today is applicable to every field, not only one field called business organization or an institution. No, it's applicable everywhere. You say this area, it is applicable there. So it is also applicable in businesses, social, religious, cultural, sports, education and international technology. And in every day-to-day life also, we need to apply this management. Management is needed at all levels of the enterprise. Basically, we are going to explain this in the future class also. There are 3 levels in management. We speak about top level, mid level and lower level. In all these 3 levels, management is applicable. It's not that it is applicable only to top level management. It is not that it is only applicable to the lower level management or mid level management. It is applicable everywhere, in all levels of the enterprise. It is a profession. Today, management is not that anybody can speak about that or anybody can teach. It has a systematic and specialized body of knowledge consisting of principles, techniques, rules and laws. It can be taught as a specialized subject. You need to understand it. You need to be specialized in it. Then you need to teach and you need to adopt it to your organization. So, the next characteristic is it is a system of authority. Authority is the power to compel men to work in a specific manner. You have group of men. You need to handle them. In order to handle them, you also need something called authority to control them, to specifically direct them towards the goal. Maybe few of them are working towards the organizational objectives, but few employees might be deviated. So it is important for you to make all of them work towards a common goal. So that is why it is a system of authority. You need something called authority. Management is intangible. It is intangible because you cannot see management, but you can feel that through the results what you get. You can see the applicability of management to the through the output what you are going to get. It is art as well as science. Management is a science since its principles have universal application. Management is an art as the result of management depends upon the personal skills of managers. The art of manager is essential to make the best use of management science. Thus, management is both art as well as science. So, we have understood how did the meaning of management, we got introduced to management, we understood the meaning of management, we also understood the definitions of management, then we went through various characteristics of management. So, we'll stop for now and rest of the things we'll take it in the next session.